Hi, welcome to Wednesdays with Winnie. I'm Winnie Dunn, Distinguished Professor of Occupational Therapy at the University of Missouri. We call our school Mizzou. The faculty at Mizzou are doing really interesting research, and you can learn about that work in their presentations and publications. Wednesdays with Winnie are designed to highlight evidence-based teaching tips that Mizzou faculty have found to be great options for professional education. They'll be quick. You can watch while taking a coffee break, and then you can discuss with a peer how you will move away from lectures and into engaged learning. Today, we're going to talk about teaching history using the table of contents in journals. So some people think that teaching history of the work of the profession is really dry material. I know some of you really like this content, but not everyone does. This journal method is a strategy I have used to provide a sense of history for the students using real historical material, but in a way that's sort of a detective way. Assign the groups of students to decades based on the years that your journal of choice, say AJOT, has been published. For AJOT, it's been published since 1947, so you might have 7 groups if you used AJOT. Tell the students you want them to gather the table of contents for the journal for their particular decade. So if the journal was published 6 times a year, over 10 years, they might have about 60 tables of contents materials to work with. Ask them to read the tables of contents and identify themes for their decade. You could even bring in some more formal methods from qualitative analysis if you wish. What starts to happen is the students want to be sure the theme idea that they're thinking of works, so they start to read the abstracts, even though you didn't tell them that they had to. Then ask the students to write a 3 to 5 sentence summary of that decade, describing what the profession emphasized and adding bullet points of themes below the summary statement. You can have the students present in class, or you can use the jigsaw method to get everyone familiar with all the historical perspectives. Ask the students to share their summaries with other decade groups. Tell them to make a timeline of themes to see how they track across the decades. What drops out? What emerges? What themes remain constant throughout our history? Finally, engage the students in a discussion of their insights. What surprised them? What keeps showing up? And do we demonstrate progress with these recurring themes? Ask them what they predict will be themes of the decade after the one that they reviewed. Ask who will contribute to these new themes and how they might make these contributions when they graduate. Ask how technology might contribute to our evolution. It can be very fun to have this type of discussion with students, and they develop a really different appreciation for our profession's growth when they do this work themselves. In which class will you implement journal detective work? And how will you talk about others to this strategy? See you next time. You can find more resources at our website.